Alright, doing this review tutorial deal on this Peavey Vypyr. It's the 120 watt 6L6 version. It's not the digital or analog power section. It's actually got the tubes in it. This is the first Vypyr I've owned. I've had the line 6s before, the Spider and the Spider valve, and there was quite a bit of difference in between say the Spider 3, Spider 4, and then the Spider valve and the Spider valve Mark II. So there were quite a bit of differences, and we're going to kind of get into this in a little bit and give you some sound samples and kind of walk you through some of this. If maybe some of you fellas out there has got one of these amps and would kind of like to know a little bit more about how it works, this will be one of those too. First of all, the delay and the reverb are separate from the effects and the stomp boxes. The effects and the stomp boxes are typically stuff that you would find before the gain stage, like in between the guitar and the amp. The effects is the things that you would find in between the after the gain stage, which is in between the power amp and the speakers, or in between you get what I'm saying. It's after the gain, which makes them cleaner and clearer for delays, modulations, and stuff. Then say stomp boxes, which is this one has like overdrives and things of that nature's MOG, and of course you can have pre or post, which is either in stomp box or effects. You have two different courses, and ring modulator and auto wah and blah blah blah. As far as stomp boxes, the effects is pretty much the same. It's just a little different. Sorry, that was my phone. So we're going to get started. As of right now, I'm going to get rid of that delay and reverb. To do that, all you do is press in on this effects, which both the effects and stomp box are bypassed. And when you do that, the delays are green right here. These are your two delays. Has a tap tempo. Feedback and volume is what these two do, and this last right here is your reverb. See? Difference. So I'm going to get rid of all that. No delay, no nothing. Get back on the amps. Like I said, the effects and the stomp boxes are all bypassed, so it's just amps. We're going to go right here to the this is the twin setting. I'm using a 95 made in Japan Fender double locking tremolo Strat with atomic pickups. So that gives you an idea. This is on the middle position. Anything clean we do will be on the middle position. That's with the pre-gain kind of high. You can back it off a little bit. Just lowers the volume kind of like post-gain. So this is the twin, or the twin, Fender twin type of deal. Pretty good sound. Good clean sound. This is like the deluxe. It's got that kind of a more of a mid-tone to it. And if you dig, it breaks up. So that's kind of where the deluxe is. This next one is a clean plexi. Has some breakup too. You can lower the pre-gain on it. It cleans right up. But I kind of like his plexi, the clean part of it, the green, which is a green on this amp. Green plexi is more of a clean sound. You can drive at clean sound just a little bit, which is good for which I dig on this amp. So you can get some real good bluesy fluctuations in conjunction with what you do as far as the amps. Me personally, I don't use the stomp boxes. There's not one in there that I really care for. The only thing that I might do in the stomp box, if I'm running on a more gainy amp, I might use the screamer, which is, for all intents and purposes, a tube screamer. Turn the drive all the way down and the gain all the way up. So we're going to get into this is the Brit, which is going to be JCM territory, 9 or the 800, It's got that little bit of growl to it. You can back the gain off of it and cleans right up. So I mean that's pretty good. This is the B-Cat. So it's got a growl to it when you get into the top part of the gain. So same thing with all the rest of them. You back it off, cleans right up, or you can back it off on the guitar. Same thing, it cleans right up. We're going to go to the classic. Kind of a warm clean, similar to the Twin. You can peg the gain, get a little bit of that broken. So I mean, it's responsive to what you do with it. The high, mid, and low controls, they all do, have their functions and what you do with them. So this is the. Sorry, I went one too far. Just here is the Triple X. It's got a good clean to it as far as on the green side of the amp. I own a real JSX, and it also has a really good clean channel. So, in the that was a Triple X. Excuse me. That was a Triple X. So that's a Triple X clean, which I think is supposed to be something like off of the Classic 50, similar clean channels for them two amps. This is the JSX. Dirty. This is where the gain, even on the green setting, the gains start to come play in. Back it on down to about half. Still a lot of gain. Even all the way down, you've got a lot of gain. I'll be on the bridge pickup for all the gain stuff. My thinking was, since a lot of these are Peavey based amps, it's got 3 specialized Triple X, JSX, and 6505 were actual Peavey amps. The Triple X and the JSX both have really similar cleans, and they both are the 3-channel amps. So I'm kind of thinking the green would be like channel 2, or what is it, the crunch channel on the actual JSX or the Triple X. That's what my kind of thinking is to it. It has that kind of that crunch channel vibe to it. Which on my JSX, the crunch channel is my favorite channel. The Ultra channel is a little bit fizzy for me on the real JSX. So we'll go on up to the 6505. Keep in mind this is clean. We're going to roll about half that gain here. So that was the 6505 green. Here's the wreck, green. So that was the 6505 green. That was the red green. Right now, this is the K-Stein, which is, Frankenstein. Alright. This is the diesel set. So we're going to go back to the twin, and now we're going to roll through all the reds. So first up is twin. Still on the bridge pickup, and we'll switch to position 2, which is the neck and the bridge. So, sounds like a gainy fender. Sounds more like the Hot Rod series when you switch over to where it's got the mower and all that kind of stuff. It's not like you just turn the gain up on a twin. Doesn't have that sort of tone to it. The Deluxe on the red, similar. So it's kind of like the twin, a little bit more mid-range like a Deluxe would have. Like I'm saying, it kind of sounds like the Hot Rod series. You had the DeVille and the Deluxe and all of them, and it kind of has that feel to it as far as these red channels on those two fenders. This is the Plexi. Bridge. So that's kind of the Plexi. This is the JCM. Like I said a while ago, it's off into that 800 territory. A little bit more mid than what I like, so. So JCM. The V-Cat, to be honest with you, I really don't even know what that is. But it's Marshall E. So, there that is. This is a classic on red. So, that's kind of what that is. It's the classic. Now we're on to Triple X on red. Apparently maxed gain. So here you go, Triple X. Here goes a JSX on red. Thinking this is the Ultra Channel. Has that Ultra Channel feel that my JSX gives me. It's a little fizzy on the top end, and so, I mean, take that for what it is. Take the highs out, maybe add a little mid, back the gain down to a little half. That's kind of the JSX thing. So this next one's going to be 6505. Very 6505. This is the wreck. So here you go. K-Stein. Like I said, Crankenstein, red. So there you go with that. Diesel. So that's kind of all the amps and kind of what they do. We can go back to the green, and I can kind of show you what these boxes do real quick. We'll go back over to the green. So basic clean twin. We can go this way, and the first one is the ZR Wild, which is Zach Wild's overdrive, maybe. Kind of what I'm thinking. Remember, the amp didn't change. One thing I found out, there's no toe knob. You know, push these in. This right here is where you're at. there's no tone. So if your clean is bitey and sharp, as far as the way the tone is, your overdrive will be bitey and sharp. So that's kind of how that works. The next one is the booster. Like a volume boost, it's X boost. It had a lot of high frequencies to my ears. Bypassed. So it added a lot of high frequencies and didn't add a whole lot of volume. Let me max all these out and just see. Oh, there it is. The increased volume. So yeah, it's an X boost, but it adds some high end to it. So if you're looking for a little bit more attack, there you go. Fuzz. Fuzzes are really weird. I don't know a whole lot about them, but that was the fuzz. Coarse. Coarse is a coarse. This is a compressor. So the compressors do what they do. This one is a ring modulator. To me, not really worth having. Analog flanger. MOG. Has a octave up and octave down, so you can control with these two here. Say you take this down, I'm not sure which one that controlled the highest. So say you do the opposite, you take that down, pull this one up. That's going to be take. So I added the low frequency bands. This is the analog phase. Pretty nice sounding. This is a tube screamer, basically. So, yeah, that's pretty much all the stomp boxes. Basically, the only stomp boxes I tend to ever use is usually a screamer on a, say, already dirty channel. We'll do that B. Let's do the classic one. So basically, so I think that's the drive and this is the gain. So you can tune that to basically whatever you want. That's basically the only thing in stomp box I ever use. And the only thing in effects I ever use, it's got an octaver, phaser, rotary. You can control the parameters on that one by pressing, these buttons in. reverse delay. So yeah, you can probably find a place to use that. Not me. Pitch shifter. So yeah, you can find a place to use that one. Flinger. So that is what it is. Slap back. Just a real quick delay. Envelope filter. Course. Tremolo. Pretty nice. You can, like I said, you can adjust, adjust it out. So that's pretty nice. The part that I want to get into now is dry still. So the only two things I ever use is the delays. So it's got a tap tempo. So I'll use delay, and I might strike up a little reverb. Kind of loud. So, basically, this amp in a nutshell. A little fender there for you. Good amp overall. I like it. Versatile. Does a lot of things. Which I don't even really ever use. The biggest things I like to use are the delays and reverbs anyway. So there you have it. It's picking up feedback off my phone. There you go.